Hey, thanks for tuning in to Yu-Gi-Oh! Warriors. I've gotten a few requests since the last video I did on my Dragon Ruler deck. Is there a way to do this as a budget deck? And I said yes, because the monsters is all rares and commons. I mean, and the brokenness really comes into the extra deck play. With the Dragon Sacks, the big eyes, blah blah blah. But there is a way that you can go to tournaments and still top without Draggle Sacks or Big Eye. And that's what's working with LAT, like Dr. Strike. You can't just go LAT all the time. I mean, you have to read the plays and figure out what you're up against. But LAT does mess up a lot of decks this format. So what you do is instead of going into Dragon Ruler, exceed into Dragosack, and then effect token tribute for Lad. You go Dragon Ruler, tribute both for Lad, and that and you turn. They're fucked. I mean, they'll have to use their whole hand to get rid of him if they not set up for him. And if they do that, you still have a hand. You still have your graveyard, which is your other hand for this deck. So it's good. All right, so let's go over the basics of the deck. So you're gonna use three Light and Darkness Dragon to make up for not having the expensive extra deck. So three Light and Darkness Dragon, two Escape Wyverns to help you get Light and Darkness Dragon to your hand. Then you're gonna use the staples, which is three rack, and three Tempest, three Tatter, three Blaster. I'm reading upside down. I know I should know their names by heart, but I have other things in my life going on, you know. Three Lightning, three Burners, uh, two Pebbles, and two Screams, which is the staples of the Dragon Rulers there. Uh, Three Effect Velas, two Maxis. If you haven't heard, Maxis is common in the starter deck, the Blue Eye starter deck. Three Gold Sarcophagus. I know I have the gold rare one, but I believe it does come common. So if you want to really go cheap, you can get the common version. Oh yeah, but the lad, I know I have the hollow version of the lad, but they do have the common lad, so you can get that to keep it cheap. Um, of the one Book of Moon, one Monster Born, one Heavy Storm, and then three Super Rejuvenations. And this is a 40 card build. I like doing 40 card builds. Very rarely I step out the 40 range, but I usually, even if I do, I want them going right back to 40. It's just comfortable to me. Um, so this is the main deck build, and like I said, you can just special tribute for Lad. And if you saying, hey, well, with the other play, you have two monsters on board. So you can still have two monsters on board. Special, tribute for Lad, and if they leave him, which in my play testing people do, they leave him until they have a better way of getting rid of Lad without wasting their whole hand. You can summon one of the strong babies. Like I like to summon Pebbles. It's 1800. So Pebbles can bismack anything they put face down because they're not worried about putting anything high defense because they're thinking, oh, he just has Lad. He's not going to put anything else on board. Huh? Wrong. So Pebbles will bismack what they put face down, and then they're taking 28 to the face. And you can beat them down that way. And eventually they go, shit, my life is halfway down. They waste pretty much their whole hand getting rid of Lad, and you'll take a little hit or whatever, or they might not even be able to because when Lad blows up, he brings someone strong to the field, you know. And then when it gets to your turn, you can just go crazy again, swarm the field, summon Lad, and attack. And it's like, okay, now you have another Lad on the field to negate anything they're gonna drop or have back there. I mean, this is the budget version. As for the extra deck, maybe let's get my extra deck out. Alright, as for the extra deck, so let's say you can't afford these guys, so we'll just put those to the side. You can get these guys. They're relatively cheap. They're not too expensive. This deck does go into level 8's really easy. So you can get a lot of these level 8s. I don't have starters here. You can splash in a stardust. Cosmic Blader, if you saw my other video, it shuts down a lot of the problem decks, like Mermails, Mirror Matches, does a little something in Prophecies, it depends on the situation. Probably a few other road decks out there, So, this is my ideal of a budget build for the Dragon Rulers. Hope you like it. A lot of people thought Big Eye was going to be reprinted in the Number Hunters. I thought it would be too, but it's been confirmed he's not in there. So maybe he'll be in one of the 10s or both the 10s. I don't know. That's the other hopes everyone have their fingers and toes crossed for. But yeah, we'll have to see. I saw already some of the stores are starting to drop them down to $100. I know for most of you that's still not cheap enough. But yeah, what can I say? You want to top in tournaments, you want to top in the big tournaments, you got to spend the big money. Oh yeah, and a few people also asked me how much would I sell this deck for. If I would get rid of this deck, I probably would get rid of it for about $800. That's including the extra deck. So it's not everything you see here, not this build, but the other build you saw on my other video. I will get rid of that build for $800, I guess. I hope that answers everyone's questions. Comment, rate, subscribe. Thanks for tuning in. Peace.